going from one of the greatest teams last 150 years to one of the worst teams. Hey, it's the West Coast Eagles for 2025. Over under stats guy.
Yeah, I've just been left with all the crap teams, I just realised. But over under.
How did that happen?
Yeah. No, I don't mind talking about them. The over under is 5.5, the same as the Roos. Last year was 5-18. They finished in 16th. Which was an improvement. So they actually improved compared to the Roos. The ENR, which I haven't put in there, but are they relying too much on Harley Reid? Was the one thing I was going to say. Is the ENR?
Nah.
I think it's hard to rely on one player, even if you're bad, right?
Yeah.
I think relying too much on him, I think they should rely on him more.
Okay.
I think he's capable of more.
But he's also been injured preseason. We don't know if he's a certainty to play round one. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
So their over under last year was actually below that of everybody else. It was 4.5. Right?
Yeah, I think
they went
last.
over. And I think everybody was so down on this team last year. The fact that they went 5-18 is pretty impressive. And I think there's I feel like there's probably more competency in that North Melbourne list at the moment than there is in West Coast. But because West Coast plays in flippin' Perth,
they got the advantage. Yeah,
that's a massive advantage. They play Freo super tough each time. So I think relying on Harley Reid, but as long as they have Harley Reid for the year, that's all that matters. They can rely on him more and more and more. I think you can we've only started scratching the surface of what he can and can't do. I think there's a lot of other young talent on that team. I still think it's very unformed though, but because they're playing out in Perth, they'll probably win an extra 1 or 2 games they probably shouldn't.
Yep.
And they'll give North a bit of a run for their money. So who do they play twice, Stats Man?
Yeah, they play the Dockers, as you mentioned. They actually put up a decent fight even the last couple of years. Then the Giants, Carlton, Melbourne, Richmond, and Adelaide. It's got the 16th hardest. Obviously, when you finish down the ladder, you deserve that. So obviously, they're going to go pretty. I think they can put up a fight against Freo. They're not going to win one of them. They can, as Alex reckons, could they beat Melbourne once? Probably. And then Richmond, I think they can put up a really good fight against them. They've actually got some interesting ins and outs. So you've got Liam Baker, Jack Graham, which I don't really rate Jack Graham, though. Liam Baker's pretty solid. I think he's going to help them. They're out. Barras is a huge out. So you had McGovern down there, obviously All-Australian last year, even that he's a million years old, but he's killing it. You take out Barras, I'm a bit worried about their backline because they were really relying on him. Take out Jack Darling. He wasn't doing that much anyway. Oscar Allen. We love Oscar Allen, the big, medium size, I think some people call him. There we go.
Who calls Oscar Allen medium?
Yeah. Because we've already got the big O. I was going to say big O.
I will throw Oscar Allen at a person who thinks he's medium.
Who will you take? Actually, I'd still take Oscar Allen over Oscar McInerney every day of the week.
Is this in a fight or just as a player?
No, both. both. Most improved. Everyone in the West has been talking about end of last year. Brady Hoff. They put him in the back line and he was really good one-on-one, shutting down the small players. Rising star, Bo Allen, off half back in the wing. Everyone's really excited for him. I think their best player is still Jeremy McGovern. It depends how well he goes, getting older, his body and things like that. And their cult hero, I'm still sticking with Liam Flying Ryan. He's still one of my favourite players to watch in the competition.
Yo is also dealing with an injury.
Yeah, he's always injured.
Systemosis had surgery mid-season.
What'd you call it?
Systemosis.
Sorry. Syndesmosis.
His foot is cooked.
He's got syndesmosis of the brain.
Alex just be a doctor. He just said, your foot's
medical
cooked,
doctor, mate. Your foot's cooked, bro.
Anyway, the over-under of 5.5. I'm going just under. I reckon it's going to be around 5. I might be being biased here, but I think they're going to be just under the Roos on the ladder.
Yeah, I've got them 5-16 as well.
Okay.
Which is the 5-18.
Same as last year.
Same as last year. I think they're basically sort of a plateau level of talent. They sneak a couple of wins, but I don't think they're that. I don't think they're good.
They can't improve from last year, I don't think, because they got a bit lucky.
Unders 4-19.
Yep.